What's good, everybody? This is Provost's point of view on legacy and how I view it and how important I think it is. This stems from a recent conversation I had with a friend of mine, and I was trying to explain to him how important it was and why it was so important and why we live our life accordingly, like why we live our life a certain way. Um, we live our life righteously, not only for not only because that's the type of person we are, but we live our life for other people, like for sake, for instance, our kids, and you know what I mean, and to make our mother, or our parents, our father proud of us, or you know what I mean, like we do these things to prove that, and that's not the only reason you do it. You do it also because that you're trying to be who you are. You're trying to be a good man or a good woman or whatever. But where I think I lost him at was because he was so adamant about, well, when you're gone, you're gone. And it doesn't matter. You're not going to remember that. And I'm like, it's not about remembering that because it's not for you. Your legacy is for your kids and people that loved you, your family, your loved ones, and friends. That's for them to enjoy when you're gone. When they think of you or hear about you, they hear good things. Now, and then he said, well, you can't control what everybody thinks, and which is true. But you can't control your actions. And actions read true. It don't matter what the motherfucker somebody can say, make up some shit about you, but if you were true dude, that's who you are. It don't matter what somebody say. They talked about Jesus. Like, it don't matter what they say. At the end of the day, it's the end product. And that's what I was trying to tell them. Like, I mean, you could talk about anybody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it may not be true. You can make up lies and I mean, you can basically say anything you want. But people that love you and people lives that you touched and connected with that know better, like somebody gonna have an opinion about you that only met you one time, but that don't mean that they know you. And they even if that at the end of the day, the legacy is not for them. It's for people that know you, loved you, cared about you. And that's the people's lives that you touched. And not for nothing, it's mainly for your kids. So when your kids hear of you, like even if the impression they laid on you, you don't want your kids hearing some other shit about you. You try your best to live right, so they could never hear nothing ill about you. No ill will, no, you know what I'm saying? Like perfect example is this. Like I remember my father's funeral, and I was sitting there, and I was just like, yo, I just wish I had half the people come out when I die to see me off and say all these nice things about me, or have half the eulogy he had, or just half the love. Like I want my I want my eulogy to be read in that fashion, and that's your legacy. How you were remembered. And for some reason, I mean, he saw it different, but I explained to him that I understood his view. When you're gone, you're gone. You can't change that. You can't change what people think of you, but you live your life, and that's how people view you. You know what I'm saying? Like by your actions, by what you do, and how you know what I mean. And I mean, I told it even comes down to you might want to do something to your own benefit, but you won't because it's better for you to go another route because it helps your kids or it helps your. And then I was trying to. That's part of your legacy. Everything you do is your legacy, basically. Now the choices you make is up to you, but it's good or bad or how it ends up, or even if you intend to do good, it may turn out bad. You know what I'm saying? But the point is this: whatever you do is your legacy, and you try to do well, especially by those that love you. Now you got some people that try to leave a legacy of I'm a wild ass, and they don't give a fuck about being good and positive. They just want to be known as the wildest cat that ever lived, or real stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? And, I was out there slanging. That's different, but it's still a legacy. And the fact that you choose to do right or try to do right speaks volumes. And you can't ignore that. It don't matter what somebody got to say about you. If you were a good man overall, you were a good man, and you cannot take from that. Nobody can take that from you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like we kind of got each other, but like I said, legacy is just that. It's for your family, friends, and loved ones. For every person, you could be a guy that one person you affect their life in a negative way, they hate you, think you're the worst person in the world. But there's also somebody that think you're the best person in the world from that one experience they had with you. So, but that's not your legacy. The people know you from one instance. We talk about people that know you from a lifetime, for a long period of interaction, constant. They know who you are, or got a good idea of who you are. You know what I mean? And legacy is important. So when I pass, God forbid, I hope it's a long time from now. But when I do, honestly, I hope it's half, half of what my father's legacy was. I still would be considered a great ass man because, for real, the legacy he left is incredible. Eulogy incredible. Steps he left on this planet. Footprints incredible. So that's how I view my life. Like, you know what I mean? If I'm able to even leave half that mark. This is Provo's point of view. Let me know what you think. One.